Hello and welcome to Deku Tarot. My name is Helen. Sorry I've been gone for a little bit, guys. We've been moving and oh my gosh, so much has happened this week. It's been a lot bigger and more stressful move than I think, both anticipated. And also, so here's my little story time here about what happened. I probably would have been doing readings all week anyways, but when we were moving, so we were driving back from the house back to our place, our apartment, to get the last of the stuff with the little U-Haul van. And I was driving in my car, and my boyfriend and our friend were driving in the U-Haul in front of me. And it's like a half hour, 45-minute drive. So we were driving, and then like halfway through, like 15 minutes in, I was like, my throat kind of feels like there's something caught in it. That's kind of weird. And then I was like, okay, that's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of starting to bother me. But I was drinking some water. I was like, I'm probably just like, whatever, like just stressed out or just thirsty. But it was also raining really, really, really hard. It was really, really, like, the air pressure was crazy. And then my nose, like all my sinus area right there, just like kind of like exploded. Like it was like just suddenly I couldn't breathe out of it. And it felt like so puffy. My eyes started puffing up. All my sinuses were. And my throat started feeling like it was closing. And it was at that point that I was like, okay, maybe I should call them, because I was driving alone in my car. So I called my boyfriend and I was just like, hey, I think I'm having an allergic reaction. I mean, obviously I was freaking out. So, and we were getting off of the ramp, thank God, at that point. We were like a minute from the hospital. So he hopped out of that, had our friend drive the truck, and drove me to the emergency room. And yes, I was having an allergic reaction. And so I've been on these crazy steroids and like literally 4 other allergy medications all week to get me adjusted. I don't want to like, it's a long, weird explanation. I don't want to waste time explaining like what exactly allergy problem I had, but yeah. So I felt really weird and foggy and like really emotional and strange all week because of all the steroids and all the drugs I was on. So I was just like, I didn't feel tuned in enough or like great enough and balanced enough at all to be reading for you guys or even for myself. So I wanted to take a little bit of a break. But anyways, I'm back for the weekend reading, and then I'm actually going on vacation starting tomorrow. So I'm going to be putting up a week, just a whole week reading for this coming week, okay? So then we'll go back to the dailies probably after I get back from vacation on the 17th or 18th. Okay, so anyways, let's see what's going on for this weekend for the 11th and 12th, August 11th and 12th, and we have a new moon. It's like a supermoon, a solar eclipse. Is that what it is in Leo? It's crazy, guys. We have a partial solar eclipse in Leo. Apparently, it's also a super moon, and it's also a new moon. So it's just crazy right now. It's just nuts. So the energy. This is the last eclipse of this eclipse season. So we're finally getting out of this. Thank God. But a lot of changes are happening. We're going through a lot right now, and a lot is about to be just like. I feel like August is going to be a month of massive transformation. It has a lot to do with this this partial solar eclipse starting on August 11th. And if you guys want to hear more about that or like learn more about it, I'm not really an astrologer, like at all. But there are really great astrologers like Gregory Scott is a really great astrologer. Varush is also pretty good. There's a couple, Kelly Rosano. Gregory Scott's my favorite, and he always has really, really good ones. Astrological overviews for all these types of eclipses and new moons and stuff, full moons. So check that out for sure. He has a really good one. I actually listened to it for the eclipse for Saturday. So Saturday the 11th and Sunday the 12th. What do we need to know? What will be happening? Let's hear what's up for this weekend for you guys. The 5 of Cups. Page of Swords. Death reversed. Oh my gosh. The World. The Knight of Wands. Okay. And guys, I might have a little interruption if you guys hear a cat meowing / talking. She just goes meep meep. That is Miss Kitty. She kind of came with the house. She like stays with the house, and she loves us, and she literally has not left me alone. She always gets in the way of my readings. She loves to sit on the cards. So we might even get to see her, and you guys will probably get to hear her plenty. All right, so let's check these out. Interesting time, guys. Like I'm saying, it's a huge time of transformation, a huge time of there's a lot happening, a lot of huge changes here. And the world came out on its side, so I do want to I don't want to put it like that, so I'm just leaving it upright. But The Five of Cups starting out here is that mourning. It's mourning. Some of you guys are mourning the loss of like what was, or maybe your past. Some of you guys are still stuck on mourning the past here. And you know, I feel like a lot of people are coming, a lot of things are coming to light in the past few days. I've had a lot of people coming to me for readings and stuff that are just like desperate, and you know, they just don't know what's going on, and the energy is just so confusing, and a lot of people are making huge changes in their lives, or huge decisions about who they are and where they're going, careers, love lives. Like, I don't know, I feel like August is kind of a crazy month right now, is what I'm getting here. But a lot of you guys are still stuck on the losses of the past, maybe even not that far, like maybe even not that long ago, but you guys are still stuck on that. And yeah, here's the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords comes in really fast with an idea, with a message, with something. He usually, to me, speaks of a message, something coming in really fast, or, you know, wanting to change something and not really knowing how to go about it, so you're kind of stuck in this death energy. You want to get to this world, it seems like, this weekend, and yet there's this underlying feeling of this death that needs to be, that you guys need to get rid of. And I feel like the Page of Swords here is kind of coming in maybe with a reality check. Maybe it's somebody that you care about, or somebody that is an air sign, a young air sign or something of that nature. Maybe even a child, or somebody that kind of just says, like, whatever. It's somebody that might say something that, you know, you don't even, like, it's very striking. It might even be like a little bit like off, like a little bit like rude, like even the way kids talk sometimes, like how they can just say things that are just so rude, like, you look ugly today, and you're just like, wow, that was harsh, or like, I hate your haircut. But it's, so it could be something that somebody doesn't even think about. It could even be a child that says it, and like, it kind of gets you being like, wow, you're right, like, I need to stop mourning. This is him looking right at this Five of Cups here, and this guy is just staring at the cups, and he's like, what the hell are you doing? He's gonna go and whack this guy in the back and be like, you see those other cups? You've got plenty to live for now. You got rid of those, actually. Those were just bad for you. And you have to say goodbye to them, and it's time to move on, because you got two more cups here. Whatever these are, relationships, people, I feel like sometimes, like, these are friends or people that you need to cut out of your life. You know, it's people that are toxic relationships that make you feel like you need to keep filling them up, and when you need to just turn your back on them and realize you have other relationships in your life, or you have friends. You don't have to be worrying about how it didn't work out with like your ex or something, because you've got friends that you can have fun with and will take care of you and will always be there for you. And they might be the ones that are kind of like, yo, get over it, because you're stuck in this lingering death reverse energy here, and you need to move on, because the world is here. The world is here on the other side, and that is a huge transformation. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm feeling like this weekend, by the end of the weekend, I feel like this here is like coming up on Saturday, and then this is like Sunday, and you're finally getting a new chapter. I feel like after this new moon here, after this, I'm sorry, I keep calling it that. After the, I guess it is a new moon, right? The Leo partial solar eclipse. It seems like a lot of you guys are going to have a new chapter to look forward to, a new, maybe even with one of these, I'm getting with one of these fixed signs, like an Aquarius and a Leo, a Taurus, or a Aquarius. And it feels like also a lot of the fixed signs are going to be finally getting to start new chapters. I feel like a lot of the fixed signs have been going through a lot, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Taurus, I am a cusp, so I kind of get more Aries sometimes too. But they've been going through a lot of huge transformations. It seems like a lot of the people that are, you know, the fixed signs are going to be, you know, starting a new chapter here. It could be that, you know, that energy is there, like with that Leo, because he is a fixed sign. It is happening during this month. And then there's the Knight of Wands coming in, which is also a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And it's coming in with a message, but also it doesn't have to be one of those signs. I do feel like it could be somebody that just is very fiery and very excited about their message, probably creative too. Maybe a creative person, maybe somebody who has a job offer for you if you're in a creative field, or somebody that could be coming through with a new energy into your life to give you something, a new path here. This is kind of like, it feels like a new path with this person because of this message. You're starting a new path, and as you're finally opening your heart to like what you can have now, like you guys are finally, I feel like some of you guys are realizing what you are capable of, and you've been stuck in this past mindset of being like, I am not worth it. I am not worthy of these gifts. I'm not worthy of this. I'm not, or maybe it couldn't even just be, it might not even just be those words that you're telling yourself. It could be even more like you're just things haven't gone right, so you just get stuck in this pattern of believing nothing's ever going to go right, and someone's finally like, fuck you, like, pardon my French here, but like, fuck you, like, you are doing great, you have all these talents, you're amazing, you can have it all, and you should, and you're like, you know what, I should. Either, and like, as soon as you open your heart to that, it does feel like somebody else comes in, and if that's not somebody else, that's your energy moving towards something, a new path here. You're forging your own friggin' path, and it's awesome. So I'm going to pull a couple clarifiers. And I'm going to forego my Gypsy Witch cards today just because they're still in a box under a bunch of other boxes. Now, I don't have all my stuff out. I had to kind of separate some stuff, which is unfortunate. So I got to go find those, and I thought I had them in this box, and as soon as I started filming, I realized they're not right next to me. So we're going to pull a clarifier or a message from Spirit with my other deck. But I'm going to see if there's any other messages that need to come through with these cards for this weekend. Any clarifications, any other messages that we need to clarify through these cards. What does Spirit have to say for advice and for clarification? Any specific messages that need to come through that have to do with these 5 cards for August 11th and 12th for all signs. And whoever this is supposed to resonate with. 4 of Cups reversed. Yep, some of you guys are letting go of not getting something. Some of you guys are just letting it go. And let's see. That's what I get with the 4 of Cups reversed. It's like kind of a release. And that's kind of like the 5 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups release is like, reverse is like you're releasing this energy. This is like crying about it, getting it out. Whatever you need to do to get it out, you're getting it out. You're finally like, screw it, I'm done. Like, I'm not accepting any of this bullshit stuff that I've been waiting for. Like, it's not what I wanted it to be. I've been waiting forever, and it's not coming in. If that's what it is, like, you're done waiting and mourning over something that hasn't happened or hasn't manifested or isn't coming in. And you guys are letting it go. The 7 of Wands reversed here is like, when he's upright, he's standing up against something. He is holding his ground. He will not let it go. He's going to fight for it. And when it's reversed, it's kind of realizing that it's time to let it go. Some of you guys are letting go of something. Maybe a person, a relationship, an idealistic life here. All right, you're letting go of something that you really wanted, it feels like, or something that you had been waiting for and banking on coming in. And yet, you're finally able to release that energy. You're finally able to let it go. Any other messages? All right, I'm going to pull one of, because there's nothing else there. I want to pull one from my my Gustav Klimt tarot deck as a nice message from Spirit. Sorry I don't have my Gypsy Witch cards, but I do want to get a nice message. And usually these ones connect pretty well anyways. I've used them for that in the past. Many a time. So let's see. Message from Spirit for this weekend. Something that we need to know. Advice. Anything that Spirit needs to tell us this weekend for August 11th and 12th. And I'm sorry for this scrappy reading, guys. This is like, we're still in construction. I'm about to get on a plane tomorrow, so I'm very stressed. But this is nice and calming in the middle of it, you know. The 8 of Pentacles. You know, your hard work will definitely come through, guys, okay? That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, just keep... You know, be proud of where you've been and where you're going. Be proud of who you are, and just, like, you know, all the work that maybe you put a lot of work into a relationship and you're afraid to, like, let it go, but it's no longer working for you. Either that, or maybe it's a job situation and you've been, like, waiting to get promoted or something and they just don't appreciate you. And you're like, you know what? I appreciate me. I'm going to go find somebody who's going to see my work and see me for how valuable and amazing I am and all that I can bring to the table. And goodbye to everybody else. Like, I'm out, you know. It's going to come in. Somebody will come in and appreciate it. There's that guy there that kind of makes me feel like she's like, look at all this work that I have, as in the baby, as in the 8 of Pentacles. But, you know, she's grown that for so long. And, you know, she's put all her love and effort and all of her nutrients, everything into it. It's like having, maybe like whatever you've been working on is like your baby, or even if it is a relationship. And, like, it's everything. And it became everything. You're like, I have to let it go now, or like I have to move on because somebody else will appreciate who I am more. The baby isn't your relationship. It's you. Okay, this is what you bring to the table, whether it be love, being a great partner, or, you know, a job situation. The work that you bring to the table is amazing. And you guys, somebody is going to appreciate that. It's coming in. And I feel like once we hit September, things are going to start coming in more. But, you know, you have to be prepared to let things go when they no longer work for you, and nobody is willing to appreciate you the way, or like appreciate your work, appreciate your love, appreciate whatever it is about you that you feel is being overlooked at this time, and that you've been standing and waiting for all this time, and mourning because people haven't given you that recognition, or this relationship hasn't panned out the way you wanted it to, and they haven't been treating you that way. You know, it's time to let go of the negative things and to move on and know your worth. Okay. All right, so that's my weekend reading, guys. I'm going to try to do a week reading for this coming week, August 13th through, gosh, why can't I do numbers? The 20th? I believe it's the 20th. So check out that. And also, guys, if this reading did not resonate with you, do not take it to heart. Sometimes things just don't resonate with people. You know, these readings can't resonate with all of you. It's just not possible. I'm probably picking up on certain people's energies, but I mean, take what you can from it and move on, and don't get bitter if it doesn't resonate with you. Maybe a different one will. Check out the monthly readings for your sun, moon, and rising. Maybe those will resonate better with you. And have a great day. I'll see you guys this coming week.